To begin row number 4, I'm going to slip stitch to the next chain, single crochet, chain 5. Make 3 double crochets in the same space. Make a double crochet after the first double crochet of the 17 that we made on previous row, the space after the first one. Make 2 double crochets in each following one. See, I have 2 double crochets, one in each space, skipping the first double crochet of previous row. Chain 1, make 2 double crochets in each of the following spaces. Chain 1, make 2 double crochets in each of the following spaces. That is what we're going to be doing in all of these stitches. Two double crochets, one in each space, chain 1, 2 double crochets in each, repeat chain 1, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, 1 in each of the spaces. Repeat chain 1, 2 double crochets in the 2 following spaces. Chain 1, repeat 2 double crochets, 1 in each of the following spaces, chain 1, and here is the last 2 spaces. We're going to repeat and make the last 2 double crochets. Notice how we have 8 sets of 2 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 7 chain 1 spaces. This from here to here is the repetition on top of each flower. This is from here. This is where we're going to have the repetition. And now I'm going to begin the repetition that is going to be in between the flowers. So I am now going to make a cluster on top of the cluster of previous row, making 3 double crochets inside the chain, 3 chains, 3 double crochets. That's my first cluster. I'm going to go to the next space and make another cluster. Three chains, 3 double crochets in the same space, and I just finished the last stitch of the repetition of what goes in the middle of the flowers, 2 clusters. So I just showed you the repetition of what goes on top of the flower. This is one, and one repetition of what goes in the middle of the flowers. I'm now going to show you one more time the repetition that goes on top of the flower with a double crochet after, in the space after the first double crochet. I'm going to make 1 double crochet and 1 more in the next space, chain 1, and I am going to begin to repeat. Chain 1, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 2 double crochets in the following 2 spaces, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 1, 2, chain 1, 1, 2, chain 1, 1, 2, chain 1, 1, 2, chain 1. My last 2, 1, 2. And I'm done with the repetition of what goes on top of the flower. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets of 2 double crochets and 7 chain spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm now going to show you the repetition of this that goes in the middle of the flowers. One more time. 3 double crochets inside the chain space of the cluster of the previous row. I'm going to make a cluster of 3 double crochets, 3 chains, 3 double crochets. My first cluster, and then I go to the next space, make another cluster of 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets. Now 3 chains, 3 double crochets in the same space, and this is the end of the repetition of what goes in the middle of the 2 flowers from here to here. So I show you 2 repetitions, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Continue with the repetitions and see you at the end of the row. I'm here at the end of row number 4. I'm going to make 2 double crochets in the beginning chain space where I made the first slip stitch. 1, 2. I am now going to look for the chain number 2 after the single crochet. Chain 1, chain 2, slip stitch, and close. This is the end of row number 4. To begin row number 5, I'm going to repeat making a slip stitch in the chain, single crochet inside the space, 5 chains. 3 double crochets in the same space, 2, 3. Chain 3, single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet in the chain space, 5 chains, single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet in the last chain 1 space, chain 3. I finished the stitches for the pineapple. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain 5 spaces. I made 3 chains and I'm going to go to begin a cluster on top of the cluster. 1, 2, 3 double crochets, 3 chains, 3 double crochets in the same space. 1, 2, 3. I'm now going to move to the next cluster. 1 double crochet, 2, 3. 3 chains, 3 double crochets in the same space. 3. Here these 2 clusters are going to be my repetition for the middle of the flowers. And the chain 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain 5 spaces and 3 from the where the 3 chains begin to where the 3 chains end is going to be my repetition that is going to be on top of the flowers. I'm going to show you one more time. Chain 3, single crochet inside the chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet in the last chain 1 space, chain 3, and this is the end of the repetition that goes on top of the flower from where I started the 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain 5 spaces and 3 chains. That's the second repetition. Now that is the repetition that goes on top of the flower. I'm now going to the repetition that goes in the middle of the flowers. 1 cluster of 1, 2, 3 double crochets, 3 chains, 3 double crochets in the same space. That's 1 cluster on top of the cluster of the previous row. I'm going to the next cluster and make another one. 1, 2, 3, 3 chains and 3 double crochets in the same space. 1, 2, 3. That's the end of the repetition from here to here that goes in the middle of the flowers. So we have a repetition of this and a repetition of this. I just showed you 2 repetitions of what goes on top of the flower and what goes in the middle of the flower. See, twice. I show you once, 2 times, and also what goes in the middle. So continue with those repetitions and see you at the end of the row. I'm here at the end of row number 5. I completed my last cluster. I am now going to make 2 double crochets in the space where we made a slip stitch at the beginning. 1, 2. Look for chain number 2 after the single crochet. This is chain number 2, slip stitch. and that completes the cluster we started in the beginning. Before I continue, let me show you the stitches that we have. We have the pineapple. On top of each flower, we are going to have a pineapple. We have 15 flowers, so we are going to have 15 pineapples. This is the cluster that encloses the pineapple. 3 chains, single crochet, 5 chains, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 chain 5 spaces on row number 5. We have the 3 chains before and after the chain 5 spaces, 3 chains, and a cluster. And this is all that we have. Then we continue with the same repetition right here. A cluster, 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 5 spaces, 3 chains, and a cluster. So that is the whole repetition that we just made on row number 5. To begin row number 6, I'm going to slip stitch to the next chain, single crochet in the chain 3 space, 5 chains, 3 double crochets in the same space, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to chain 3, single crochet in the chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 3. We have 3 chains, single crochet, 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On row 6, we have 5 chain 5 spaces and 3 chains and the single crochets in between. I am now going to make the cluster that goes on the edge of the pineapple. 3 double crochets, 3 chains, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. That completes the first cluster. We have another cluster, but it's incomplete. So that's my first complete cluster. I'm going to the next cluster and make another cluster. Row number 6 is almost the same as row number 5, except that on row number 5 we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on row number 6 we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the only difference between row number 5 and row number 6. Now I'm going to continue and make my next cluster with 3 double crochets, 3 chains, and 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. See, we have 2 clusters together with nothing in between, and then we continue to the pineapple. 1, 2, 3 chains. I'm going to begin the pineapple with a single crochet, 5 chains, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, 5 chains, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, 5 chains, single crochet, 5 chains, single crochet, 5 chains, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 3, and that completes the middle of the pineapple. 3 chains, single crochet, 5 chains, single crochet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and my 3 chains. I'm going to continue and make a cluster with 3 double crochets, 3 chains, 3 double crochets in the same space, 3. I completed the first cluster that enclosures the pineapple. I'm going to the next cluster. 1, 2, 3, 3 chains, 3 double crochets in the same space, 1, 2, 3. That completes the 2 clusters that enclose the pineapple. They are together. You work them in between both of the flowers. Let me continue to make another repetition. I'm going to work the middle of the pineapple. 1, 2, 3 chains, single crochet in the first chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 3, and that completes the middle of the pineapple. 3 chains, single crochet, 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and 3 chains. That goes on top of the flower. So go ahead and continue with the repetition as I just showed you, and see you at the end of the row. I am here at the end of row number 6. I finished the last cluster. I am now going to make 2 double crochets in the beginning where I made the slip stitch. Look for the second chain after the single crochet, make a slip stitch, and close. I completed the cluster at the beginning. Now let me show you the stitches we have on row number 6. We have the 2 clusters that go between the flowers. After the 2 clusters that are together, 3 chains, single crochet, 5 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 chains, single crochet, 3 chains. We have from here to here on top of the flower. That is 1 repetition. Then we go from these 2 clusters to the repetitions that I just showed you, and it's 15 times because we have 1 of these on top of each flower. See, we have the clusters that are enclosing the pineapple. Here is 2 on each side and 2 on each side. There's no stitches in between the clusters on this row. That is all for this video. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.